seriously, I get it. There's a lot going on in the world. Turtles are dying, children are dying, rainforests are going, animals are going extinct. It's a whole thing. It really is. But uh, rebuilding Notre Dame is helping so many people. It's bringing tourism, which will fund the country for decades, or more than decades, hundreds of years, which is far more than that million if it was just put into the homelessness. It's kind of one of those feed a man for a day, or build a dam where everyone can have one fish a day, if that makes any sense. It really, it's not so blatantly obvious, but the tourism of Notre Dame helps the homeless and the poverty so much in France. It's a good thing that it's being rebuilt. But then to say, oh, well, they could solve all of the world's problems if they just cared. Of course they care. Of course they're trying. Even those who aren't trying, just by their tax alone, even with tax exemptions, that goes to the government, helps far more than the majority of what average Joes like us could do in the rest of our lives. And what do? We shit on them for it? I mean, it's building a symbolism of hope. It's helping a country in need. It's a wonderful thing that should be celebrated. But instead, we're saying, ah, the rainforests are going. No one cares about that. Loads of people care about that. And we're so quick to say what people should do with their money and whatnot, and how there are other problems in the world. Um, oh yeah, well, there's starving kids in the world. Why aren't they helping with that? What are you doing about it? While you're smoking your cigarettes, while you're using your straws, well, never mind just the straws, just general waste in general. Every time you drink a Coke, there's plastic. All that kind of stuff. Why are we pointing fingers at other people who are doing a substantial contribution to humanity, and while we're not even doing the bare minimum ourselves? So here's a crazy idea. Let's be like, oh my God, isn't it a wonderful thing that the world has come together, and people's generosity to give back a symbol of hope and to help a country and to help its citizens? That is a fantastic thing that should be celebrated. Let's not look a gift horse in the mouth here, okay? There are so many issues, but can we tackle them one at a time? And people do care. But statistics, the economists, there's so many lectures, there's so many papers, and so many studies. Even if the rich gave up all their money, they still could not put a dent in what's happening in the world. That is a whole overall system. And if you want to educate yourself, go online. There's so much. Please rather educate yourself before sharing a thing about how millionaires are bad because they're rebuilding Notre Dame. Come on, guys. Really. Or, they don't care because they could be spending their money doing even more stuff. Like, come on, guys. They're doing more than any of us could possibly hope to achieve. So let's be grateful, say thanks. And you know what? Losing an 800-year building is pretty traumatic for a country that relies on it. So let's just be grateful for that. It brought that, in that fire something has come out of it that is beautiful and generous and fantastic for the people of France. And let's take example from that. That, you know what, let's do our bit as well, instead of pointing out what everyone else should be doing. Hey.